100% Chelsea, welcome everyone. We are here today, a nice chilled out environment with Tony and with Louis. Say hello, guys.
Right.
Hello, all right.
We are here today to talk about financial fair play. Now, we all know it's pre-season. We all know the past 2 years we've had to deal with financial fair play, and we've based our whole transfer system on that model. But we know there are other clubs with money who haven't gone according to financial fair play. So we're going to go and talk about that now. Guys, what are your thoughts on us following the rulebook and others, such as City, PSG, just completely oblivious to it all? Louis first.
Well, okay, let's be honest. PSG have done us a favour here as well. 50 million for David Luiz helped us balance our books. That's not a bad shout, but it's not right. Let's be honest. I mean, it's bent. It's corrupt. The whole system just doesn't work. I mean, people go right. Okay, we'll spend 100 million. Oh, we've only given out 50. We have like, listen, we've gone over whatever. And it's like, and then they're just like, okay, pay us the money. You have to go pay us the money. Yep, okay. Nah, can't be bothered. Nah, I won't do it. And they just don't do it. It just doesn't work. The whole system just doesn't work at all. It just it winds me up. It's just like you got City and PSG just going, yep, we're going to splash the money, we're going to win the league, do all this. And then when it comes to Champions League, yeah, you can have a 20-man squad instead of this. It's like, yeah, it's fine, we'll work with that. And then PSG, it sort of works for them. City, they can't afford it, but they just don't care.
Yeah.
They just want to. I think they just want to have the success domestically first, and then work on Europe. But it doesn't work. So I think that the fact that they just relaxed this now is just pointless. It's been a wasted 2 years where we've balanced books, we've done everything by the rules, and it just falls apart.
Could have spent all that money instead and got more players. How about you, Tony?
Well, I'd like to know exactly what the relaxation is. I mean, you know, what are the implications of it now? I mean, how much can you spend? Does it mean you can spend anything you like now?
Yeah.
It seems that Man City are going down that road, you know. It wouldn't surprise me that they do put in a lastminute.com one for Pogba. I see we've ruled ourselves out of it all now.
Yeah, I think
reference yesterday. But I can see them doing that. So, you know, with fines, and which they did have, I mean, I'm not even sure whether they even paid it, you know. I know it was reduced at one point, wasn't it? But it's all to do with Platini, isn't it? And I think there's something down the line coming his way with this whole World Cup and Qatar and everything else, and the fact that, you know, it's that government that owns PSG and Paris Saint-Germain and everything. So I'd like to know the full implications of what you can and what you can't do, because you know, it just seems that no one really knows.
No.
You know, I mean, we've been balancing our books accordingly, haven't we? Really, we've been basically buying and selling, and we've been selling rather well, haven't we? So from that, you know, we've managed to balance it that way. But I'm not really sure, Eunice, as to how it all works, mate.
Yeah.
Does anyone know?
I think you have to spend 70 million, and then I think that's for City. Because we have 100, was it 150 we had?
I think it's 140 we have available to spend.
But we won't spend it, will we?
We won't, no.
Well, we have 140 because we've balanced the books. City, it's just getting tight. It got tightened on them, didn't it? I think they had 100 million. It went down to 90 the first time they did it. I think it went down to 70 on the next time. And I think it's just they just don't care. They splash out. And but in fact, we're all right because we're let's be honest, we're the best team. We're one of the best in the world when it comes to transfer dealings. I mean, when it comes to massive players, the way we handle it is amazing. But then we've also got a bigger fan. And I'm pushing this out here, and I'm probably going to get like demolished for this in the comments. But I think we've got a bigger fan base than City, personally. And I think
Much? No, massive. You're having a laugh. I thought he was going to say Arsenal.
That's what I thought.
No, I was saying,
Can't even fill out a stadium.
Let's put Liverpool.
Not call the Etihad for the empty
right,
ad for nothing.
But I mean, sort of, because we sell the shirts, like Tony was saying in his video. You sell the shirts, you sell the tickets when we go on tour, you sell all the merchandise and everything. Just, I mean, getting a shirt with Terry on the back, that's like amazing. But it's just sort of because we bring in money there as well. Whereas City, they do bring in money, but probably not as much as we do. So it's all. Oh, yeah. We got more to spend, so it's all okay for us. But it's just a joke, if you ask me. It's a complete joke. It's a waste of time, and I just don't think it should be there. It's pointless.
Do you agree with the financial fair play model? Do you think it's a model that
Yes.
is fine, or would you tweak up anything to make it more fairer?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I'd tweak it up, do it right for a start. Just, if you're going to have it there, use it. Not be, okay, you're not going to pay us now, okay, we'll wait 6 months. You're going to pay us now? Oh, okay, no, you won't, that's fine. It shouldn't.
We'll let you off, go on.
I know, if it's going to be there, just use it. It's pointless otherwise. It's just,
He's having a breakdown.
Just don't go there. I'm crying now. Oh, God.
How about you? Do you agree with the financial fair play model, or would you change anything?
Well, I think you've always got to spend within your means. And, the bottom line is this. I mean, it was all set up, wasn't it? So clubs weren't going to go to the wall and overspend and, if you like, do a Leeds United, where they sort of, they overspent and they speculated to accumulate. But at the end of the day, it all backfired on them and they got themselves into the situation where they went on a free fall, didn't they? So the principles are good. What I don't get, and this is the thing, when out of nowhere in the last 2 years, Manchester City have suddenly got a bigger turnover than Chelsea and Arsenal. I mean, what's that all about? I mean, but it's got nothing to do with that because it's to do with your commercial aspect. It's called City Group, is it not?
Yep.
Does that mean all three clubs are clubbed together? I'm talking about their Australian outlet and their American outlet. Well, because if that's the case, and it's a blatant, abuse of the rules. Listen, we make more money than Arsenal, which is incredible when they got 19,000 more seats than us, and we do it because of our commercial activities and what we've done, with Rotary and Delta and all the stuff we do in the Far East and everything. Our commercial department is second to none, and we have balanced the book well with, like you said, with the transfers. Like David Luiz was a prime example. When we got there, I mean, it's incredible, But the reality of the situation is it's got to be sensible, Now, what it seems to me, is that the city directors or the chairman, the sheikh, they're basically turning around and saying, well, we're going to spend big.
Yeah.
So what does it mean? What are the implications? I mean, is it a cutback on... I mean, it's supposed to work on your turnover, isn't it? And you're supposed to be able to,
work within your means or the profit you're getting.
It's quite clear. There's a business model. I mean, how do they make money? I mean, it's... it's not called the empty head for no reason, is it? I mean, let's have it right. I mean, when they were going for the title 2 years ago, 4 or 5 games before the ends, I remember them. I think they played Villa at home, and there was empty seats all over the place. They do buy one, get one free. They totally blatantly rip us off because they charge 30 quid for their own. They charge us 57 or 58 quid.
Yeah, for the same.
Let's have it right here. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, money is no option. No object with regards to, Manchester City. But you've got to play by the rules somewhere, haven't you? And if the rules are there, I mean, they're blatantly abusing it. And I think, in which case, why are we complying with financial fair play if Manchester City on and Paris Saint-Germain on? Yep. Why are we doing it?
No, for sure. Now, the thing with Man City, we've gone, according to our business, perfectly fine. We've bought and sell within our means. Mourinho has come out and said in the past, now remember this, that he doesn't fully agree with the whole principle of financial fair play because it still doesn't give little teams that chance.
No.
Especially with other teams like City just doing whatever they want.
But I think if it was tightened up, if you just tightened it up completely, then they would have the chance. They still have more of a chance than they used to. Yeah. But if it was stricter, like it should be, then they would have much more of a chance. I mean, I think teams like Bournemouth could do well this season. I mean, they've got really good flair players, good attacking football. And I think they do that much better because FFP is in place. Yeah. But I think that sort of, if it's stricter, you'll have much more, the games will be much better. I mean, our league, let's face it, BPL, best league in the world. I mean, you don't know who could win on any day of the week. I mean, we could play in Watford. They beat us 3-0. That could happen. I don't want it to, obviously. But, but if we went to, I don't know, Ligue 1, so where PSG are, they'll win 3-0 against some little team that's just come up. And that's I think that's where FFP should be strengthened in countries like that. I mean, we're okay, but other countries, it needs to be sorted out.
Well, last point to make. As other teams are breaking the rules.
I've got a little one that's a bit controversial, and I'll probably get slaughtered on this one, right, okay? TV money.
Yeah.
Right, okay, now, I think the most watched game last season, if I'm right in saying this, was the game at home against Manchester City. When it went all around the globe, it was huge.
People,
Right, so Therefore, right, okay, the TV money comes in. Obviously, now if you look at Deloitte and you look at now the top 30, I think 20 of them now are going to be English clubs, something ridiculous, like, because of the money that's gone in to the English league as a result of these TV deals, right? And you've got the European one too coming up, right? Okay, so there's more and more money. But how can people turn around and say, oh, the league's not as good as what it was, right? I'll tell you what it is now. There's no bad team, because you'll get your likes of your Norwiches or your Evertons spending 30, 40 million, on players or whatever. And in the past, they wasn't doing that. There was maybe 2 or 3 clubs. So what's happened now is it's all basically condensed because of TV money. Now, not to be unfair here, but the way I look at it is, I would base that on percentage of viewing figures, right? Okay. Personally speaking, I think we should get a bigger percentage, because if you look at the top,
everyone.
well, yeah, well, no, because it's true. I mean, I'm talking about the top 4 here. I think United, Chelsea, Arsenal, even City and Liverpool, and Tottenham even. Do you know what I mean? Should get a bigger, because if you look at the increments as they come down, I don't think it's right. I seriously think we should have a bigger squeeze. If you're going to implement FFP, then you can't bring in a TV deal where it doesn't reflect what you bring to the table as a result of that TV deal. Yes. That's my opinion. Again, I'm probably going to get destroyed on that one, but I mean, it is a bit elitist. But
it's not just TV. I mean, Bournemouth, they won the championship. They get 100 mil.
But they had a rich benefactor, didn't they? That took Bournemouth from where they are. I remember Bournemouth 4, 5, 6 years ago, proper in trouble. They were dead to the water, Bournemouth, weren't they? I mean, going bust and everything, losing money, But money's brought their success. Let's have it right, and money will always do that, But it's just about fairness, isn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah.
It's all about fairness, and I think Man City are going to do whatever they like this year. Like I said, it won't surprise me if they go and get Pogba.
I think they will. They will. But
and Man United, look at Man United. All the criticism. Look what they're spending. I mean, they're spending. I do him for Bale. Destroys me, that one. Do you know what I mean?
It's Sunday.
Well,
no.
Thing is, they've got the money, so but then so have we.
Yeah.
I mean, but we're playing it by the rules. We're buying and selling and juggling, and if they're not going to do it, then why are we doing it? That's the way I look at it.
Well, last point to make about City and teams who are breaking those rules. Why, this will be a bit controversial, why do you think they're allowed to get away with it? Why is it they can spend what they want and then they say we'll pay the fine, and then they don't and they get let off?
Money.
Well, money talks, doesn't it?
That's it.
Yeah, money talks. Money talks.
They're owned by Qatar, basically.
It's on the
PSG and City are going to be the national team for Qatar. I mean, we'll turn up 2022. Nasri will be playing centre mid for Qatar, and it'll just be like.
They're a bunch of mercenaries, aren't they? They're a bunch of mercenaries. Let's have it right, yeah.
Saying they're probably in bed with UEFA.
With everybody.
A bit like
everyone. FIFA.
Well, I think it'd be challenged anyway in the high courts, because the way they look at it is this, right? If you buy a football club and it's yours, why can't you pump your own money into it, whether it makes a profit or not? If you run a business, so obviously essentially you run it for profit, but you can't tell me that club's being run at a profit. No way. Yeah. No way. No, not with what they do.
It's a plaything. That's all it is to them. They get their money from their oil. What they want to do is they want to pump it into the club, because in 2 years they want to win the Champions League and win the Club World Cup, which won't happen. It's physically impossible. I mean,
but they could win 5 titles. They could win 5 Champions League, and they still won't fill the Etihad. It's true though, isn't it? You've got to look at what, it's a bit like when Blackburn Rovers had stacks of cash, and they did, didn't they? But Blackburn Rovers are only going to be Queen's Park Rangers. Queen's Park Rangers, I know we laugh at them and that, but they got a lot of dough, but the reality is they'll always be what they are.
Yeah.
Chuck it down the Swanee, it just all goes with QPR. Don't get me wrong, I think they bring in great players, but people like Rio Ferdinand, really, he was past it at that point, let's be honest. But their man management, just the mentality of the club isn't right. It just isn't right. I mean, people say that we have a small club mentality, but let's be honest, we don't have a small club mentality. We know we're a big club now, but we have our communities, because that's how we've grown up. I remember my dad saying he used to go to the shed with his mates. I mean, my dad was from King's Cross, let's put it that way. I mean, he had to Arsenal territory, and he just, with his mates, he'd go to the football, he'd have his scarf, he'd tuck it in obviously, because of dark days and stuff, but I mean, that was when it was a small club. We kept that mentality there, that's still there, but we know we're big now. We know. As soon as you win Premier Leagues, as soon as you got fans in Asia and Australia and in America, you know you're a big club. You know you are. But that's what it is, really. That's all there is to it.
Well, there we are. Guys, thank you, Louis and Tony, for the input. Leave us your comments.
Destroying Man City.
Yeah, for destroying City. Leave us your comments concerning financial fair play. Do you agree with the whole model? Do you think anything needs to be amended, changed? And leave us your thoughts on clubs who violate that system and just think, yeah, we'll get away with it. And they do get away with it. So leave us your thoughts. Subscribe to 100% Chelsea if you are new. And we'll be sure to see you pretty soon. So from the guys here and myself, thank you for watching and see you soon.